Welcome back to another vlog. I know it's been a minute since we've done one of these, but outside of work I haven't had too much time to spend on the cars this year. Give you a bit of an update on the RS6. So we're coming up to 1 year of ownership. Hasn't missed a beat other than just sort of regular maintenance and servicing, some expensive tyres and a couple of buckled wheels, but other than that she's been a dream to own. Was tossing up whether I do a stage 1 tune to this and get an extra sort of 60 kilowatts out of it. I mean, it's already quick enough, and yeah, whether or not we need another 60 kilowatts, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Other than wheel spaces and lowering it, that's pretty much what we've kept it mechanically stock. The R33 just got some TLC, so we've recently done oil and plugs. I've got a nice new Nismo oil cap, new filters as well, and some new intercooler couplers. I do have some bigger upgrades coming in the way of a new turbocharger, and that'll be probably the next couple of videos, is removing the high flow that we've got back there, because it's got a nice nasty exhaust leak, so I haven't really been driving it. But yeah, I've got a new turbo on the way, and then we'll get a new downpipe fabbed as well as an intake. But on today's video, we're gonna remove this ugly washer bottle and replace it with a nice catch can / washer bottle that I got fabbed up in the nice wrinkle black. So it's gonna match the engine bay and set it off quite nice. Let's get stuck into it. So here is the catch can with the washer bottle. This thing's a work of art. It's got dash 10 fittings. We've got breathers as well. We're going to complement that with some AN lines and fittings from Golby's, as well as some Aeroflow breathers. But first things first, I've got to remove the existing washer bottle, and then we'll need to drill some holes in this mounting bracket, and then start fitting all of the lines and fittings. Well, we made a mess of that. Tried to siphon the water out of the top, but this pump that I had didn't work. So we fashioned up a nice little funnel to a drip tray, and this is the result. Anyways, this is soapy water, so I'll clean that up. Next thing we need to do is remove the pumps from the washer bottle. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, we got the washer motors out. We cleaned it all up just with some Agent Orange, dried it all out, and now we're going to test fit the catch can. It's a bloody tight fit in there. I'm a bit worried about the breathers and sort of the clearance there for the overflow tank, but we might just have to zip tie that back here, but we'll see how we go. I need to make sure the bracket, sort of figure out where the bracket's going to go, and then I've got to drill 2 holes to secure it to the chassis. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the catch can from the bracket. I'm going to make a bracket sort of template with some paper and figure out where the standard holes are, so I can then overlay that on the bracket and drill them out. All right, so we've measured up our template here. We've got our holes, transpose those to the bracket. I'm now going to get a drill the holes, and we can fit the bracket. All right, we drilled the holes, test fit the bracket. Fingers crossed measurements we took were accurate. Let's find out. Fits like a glove. So I did take the overflow hose off the sort of coupler here. I might sort of reroute it underneath and up through there, but we'll see how we go. All right, next thing, we're going to fit the washer motors to the tank, and then we'll bolt it all down. All right, we've got the washer motors installed. We reused the rubber grommets from the stock washer bottle, and then we managed to get the catch can back installed. It was a bit finicky to get the plugs back into the washer motors, so lucky I got small hands. Those blokes with bigger hands probably struggle a bit to get that. We also put on the breathers as well, because it's a bit hard to get to those and tighten them once it's installed. And we put a block off plug down the bottom there. We'll probably replace that with our 90 at some point, with a little valve to take out the oil. Next step, we're going to fit it down. So there's 2 screws or 2 bolts. Then you go in there, and then what we'll do is we'll start plumbing up the lines and remove the standard breather hoses. We've already taken care of this side here and removed the stock breathing line, as well as the sort of the recirculation valve for the blow-off valve as well. We've got the breather hoses removed from the rocker covers, and we've fitted up our AN lines, and we're not going to use the 3rd port here, so we've got a cap for that. We're just going to put some of these 10 AN fittings, press them into the valve covers here, and then what we'll do is we'll put our 90s on, and then we'll start to mock up sort of where we're going to run the lines. And there we have it, lines all sorted. I did take a break last Sunday, had to source a grinder from a mate to cut the AN lines. Tip for those making their own at home: don't try and do it in the sun. The rubber does expand and makes your life difficult. So struggled with it for about an hour before realizing that that had happened. But looks nice. This is all fitted nice and snug. It's pretty tight, clearance is pretty tight there, but otherwise it looks pretty good. I did forget to mention at the beginning of the video, I did get new coilovers as well. So we've got some BC Racing coilovers fitted. The ride's pretty good, pretty cost effective as well. The other thing I forgot to mention is we did get some body work done. So I got the rear bar all resprayed, and I'll put a picture of that up here. Looks pretty good. And at the same time, we also got new plates. So it's a bit of a tribute to my previous car that was a silver R33 Series 2 5-speed sunroof, and pretty much the motivation for this one that had plates YGO 355. That was back in the day when all the V8s that we used to race were 355, and now these days they're 427. So it's just a bit of a throwback. Well, that'll just about do it for this video. Let me know your thoughts on the catch can. If you've got any questions, let me know. And as I said, we've got a new turbo coming. It should be here this week. So I'm going to start pulling apart the hot side. And then we'll next video we'll do the install of the turbo and the walkthrough of what we've got and the plans for that. Until then, like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next one. Cheers.